And we are back. Thank you so much for staying with us. And in case you're just joining us, welcome to Kenya's Gold, where the focus of the day is on ornamental birds. And that's why I do have with me some feathers in my outfit. We've taken a bit of a break from sheep farming in Kenya, but we will be back very soon. Now, in this moment, we do want to speak to our expert of the day, who's going to be shedding a lot more light on these very beautiful birds, the ornamental birds. And we do have the distinct honor of being joined by Dr. Sarat Shah. Thank you so much for making time to be with us. He has been a vet surgeon for ornamental birds for over 40 years, and you're recognized by the Kenya Vet Board as knowledgeable when it comes to ornamental birds. So we believe we have the right person in the room today. Thank you for being very generous with your time. And I'm very intrigued by the fact that you have been a vet surgeon for these birds for about 40 years.
Yeah, right.
Please tell me, in that period of your practice, what is one of the most shocking things that has ever happened to you as a vet surgeon?
There are many, but one which I can say was there was a sister who brought a duck to us for treatment, and when it came to us, it was very weak, limping and everything, and we were a team of 4 veterinary surgeons. We gave it infusions, gave it drip, treated it, kept it warm, did everything we could, and it went on for 4 days. After 4 days, the bird was okay, and we rang the lady, you can take the bird. So she sent a messenger to collect the bird, and that was it, and we were very happy. After 2 days, the sister came in to make the payment, which was quite a bit. And I asked her casually, how is the bird? She said, oh, we had it for dinner last night.
Oh, no. They ate it?
They ate it.
How did that make you feel?
I don't know what to say.
Right. So something very I'd like for you to clarify is the sister said they ate the bird for dinner, and most of the time when we are being talked to about ornamental birds, they say you're not supposed to eat the ornamental bird. No. Please help us understand. Should we eat them? Should we not? What are ornamental birds for?
Ornamental birds are your companions. Right, right. The way we sell birds now is we tame them, and you take a bird in your finger. The question of keeping birds in cages is gone now. So you only put the birds in a cage at night to sleep, but otherwise they come out, they sit on your shoulder, everything. They are part of the family. So that's how it has changed. And after you spend, say, 6 months or so with a bird, you could never think of eating it. Yeah, it's part of the family, and people spend quite a lot of money on this one. My main patients are African grey parrots. I see almost 1 or 2 every day, and most of them have a problem of having been kept in captivity in a cage with the owners not knowing what is required of them.
Right.
So they give them some human food, some of thing and everything, and they get lots of nutritional problems. And being kept in captivity, there's atrophy of muscles, lot of things like that happen. So the biggest problem for us is not the bird itself, but it is us who put them in a cage and feed them what we like, what we think is good for you.
Right.
One example I'll give you is for African parrots, most people give them sunflower seeds, and parrots enjoy it because it's 48% fat in it. The argument is you can give a piece of chocolate to a child, and because he likes it, it does not necessarily mean that it is nutritionally beneficial for him. So that's the same analogy we use, and we tell people you must give a balanced diet, and a seed diet that you give to most of the birds is nutritionally inadequate. So you have to give fresh vegetables and all that. And I think most of the time the problem is giving the right food and the right care.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I decide to get into this venture, I'm keeping ornamental birds, like you said, for companion as a pet, I need to know how to take care of them all the way from nutrition. Where do I get that information that takes me through that?
You see, in the modern age now, you can know it from your friends, right, who kept a bird or so, or wherever you buy it from, ask for all the information, everything. But one of the biggest mistakes people make at this time of the year, when it's Christmas, is giving a bird as a gift to a child. That's a no-no. a living thing, you cannot gift a living thing which is to be kept as a pet, as a gift, because it comes with a lot of commitment. There's a lot of commitment in looking after and care and everything required, right? With a child, you might probably get tired after 1 month or so. And what happens? If you are busy working and thing, he's put in a corner. And then you bring it to us, what's wrong?
Right. So you're not recommending gifting children birds?
No.
As much as it's an ornamental bird, it's beautiful, you might feel like you're making the child happy.
The biggest problem is my child might go to a neighbor and see a beautiful bird. And he's talking, parrot especially, and then he comes back to me and says, no, I want a parrot, Daddy, I want a parrot, goes on and on, and then I say, okay, let me get it, the parrot, right? That's the biggest mistake you can make, because that excitement ends very soon. There's a lot of care required.
Right.
Yeah.
So we are learning they deserve a very good nutrition.
Definitely.
Which you have to be precise with from the very beginning.
Right.
Let's talk about diseases,
yes.
Right? So we hear, and that's why we have you as our expert, that they are quite disease resistant, the ornamental birds. How true is that?
No, the biggest problem is that they are being kept in captivity. So they are put in a cage, and after some time it becomes too much work for you because you are not really into it, and is left in a corner. And they lose muscles, and you see, you look at it in a different way. Suppose there was a change in evolution, and birds became the humans, right? And they decided to put me in a cage, and the bird would give me what I want to eat. There is not my food. So this kind of thing. So that is one thing. And then the second major thing is nowadays with the social media and everything, there's so much information available. Sometimes even now, people come and give me information. The new vets who join me are very good. And they come and tell me this is the new latest thing. Now I'm getting on, so I don't read as much, but it's good. The Nairobi Veterinary School is very good for that.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not that they are resistant to diseases.
Yeah.
It's just that
it's human created.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. Now, are there specific vaccinations that you must adhere to when you're keeping ornamental birds? Because you see with chicken, which the normal birds that we see most farmers keeping, there's specific vaccines that you have to give them all the way from when they're a day old. And if you don't do that, they could die. So for ornamental birds, is it the same?
In other countries there are vaccines, but in Kenya there are none. It's a very small market compared to other countries, and it keeps changing. Right? So there are no vaccines as such for ornamental birds like parrots.
Right. And now that we are speaking about it, should this market grow, and many other farmers are getting into it, as you've seen when you started the show, we have two young boys who this is their main job as ornamental birds farmers. In case this is picked up by different farmers, should we introduce the vaccines? Is it necessary?
Yes, no, definitely.
All right.
You get to create jobs. And you know, you saw them, they have the passion, the way they're holding them and all that. They have the passion for these birds. They are the right people. And if they get the right guidance, they can expand into that. You don't have to do it overnight. You go 1 year, 2 years, then they'll find out, they'll see other things and everything. The market is big. Market is very big for that.
The market is big.
Yeah, and you see, for example, if you raise the amount of effort required to raise a budgiger and to raise a chicken, right, is more or less the same. The price of a budgiger is 3,000 to 4,000 shillings. Chicken.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. So if the market grows with more young people in there, then we'll have to introduce the vaccines, and that's more opportunity.
And they can do it side by side.
Okay.
They can have chicken here and birds there as well.
Okay.
Right.
So you can keep the normal domesticated chicken and keep your ornamental birds. When we come back from this break, I'd like for you to help me understand, just in case either of my ornamental birds gets a disease, are they able to transmit it to my domesticated chicken or even human beings as well? And you'll answer that when we come back from this short commercial break that we are taking right now. Do not go anywhere.